Hi everyone, it's me B. So today I'm on to show you a book that I've been loving. I mean, I've had this book since 2015, I would say. I think I got it out of my birthday money that I got that year. So this is called Tarot by Scarobo, and it's kind of like a mixture of like a tarot catalogue, tarot picture book. I don't actually know what it is. Sorry for the shine, folks. Okay, so it's got on here £36, but I actually paid £4.13 with this book. I think they had like an overspill of this book and it was going for £4.13. So let's share some of this book with you. Okay, so at the side it's got different kind of subjects. So it's got historical tarot, historic tarot, art tarot. This one here is culture tarot, and this is metaphysical tarot, and it's written in different languages as well. So I like the side tabs. I quite like that. Okay, so let's go through. So the introduction is written in several languages. So I'm just going to read the English one for you, if you can see it. So it's got here, the tarot is a universe in continued expansion. Those who love tarot cards and wish to understand them better embark on a fascinating voyage into a world full of mystery and evolution, reflecting more than 5 centuries of history, magic, art and spirituality. This volume expresses the entire world of the tarot, not with words, but rather with images alone. Beyond being a mere album, it is a gallery that invokes the unique powers of hundreds of cards, meanings and perspectives, offering the reader a better understanding of which decks are better suited to his or her needs. According to their characteristics, tarot cards are divided into 5 families: historical, metaphysical, historic, culture and artistic. 11 cards from each deck, front and back, are reproduced in natural size. For each golden deck, a natural card is glued to the page, allowing the reader to touch it, appreciate its quality and admire its radiant beauty. So that's the introduction, and like I said, it's said in several different languages. Okay, so let's have a look at the historical tarot deck. So it's got here, these 5 decks are reproductions, reconstructions or reinterpretations of great decks of the past, selected from a number of history-making decks. Studying and understanding these decks leads to a better understanding of their origins, a rediscovery of the original symbols and images on each card. So this deck here, I don't know if you can see it, this is from the ancient Italian tarot, and I'm guessing that they're all Scarobo. So look at those gorgeous backs that it shows you. I mean, it's just got some of the cards. So you've got the 2 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles. I'm sure that's the Knight of Wands. That looks like the Queen of Swords, but it's got Regina de Spade. That looks like the Magician card. Then you've got the, I'm sure that's the Emperor. That's Justice. Strength. Temperance. Oh, is that Temperance? And that's the Star, and this is the World. Beautiful images. Oops. So another historical deck is the Tarot of the Marseilles. So again, it shows you over 2 pages the backs. I mean, I think it's the same card. So it's a 2 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords, the Magician. So it looks like it shows you the same card but in different decks. So you get the Emperor, the Justice card, Strength, Temperance, Star and the World. Oh, this is lovely, and look at this. So this one here is the Visconti Tarot. So again, it shows you all the cards that I've just called out previously. Look at that beautiful Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, gorgeous. And this one you can feel all the gold, so that if it's not clear, but you can feel all the gold kind of things. Gorgeous. Oh, this one looks like a so look, that's a tarot, actual tarot card stuck onto the I don't know if you can see that, actual tarot card stuck onto the catalogue or journal. So another historical deck in this catalogue is the Magenta Tarot. So again, it shows you the lovely backs and the cards. So I can't read the writing, sorry. These are different ones, I think. I can't read these because they're not in English. But again, there's another card stack here. So this is the Chariot, it looks like. But look at that, it's got the actual card stacked there. Oh, it's lovely. Beautiful. Okay, so another historical deck is Tarot of the Master. So again, it shows you, I think that's the back of the cards, and it shows you 2 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, the Magician, the Emperor, Justice, I don't know what this is. This is Temperance, the Star, and the World. Just gorgeous. Okay, so another historical deck it shows you is the Golden Tarot of the Resonance. I'm not even quite sure if all these decks are actually still in print. So that's the backs of the cards. That looks like the 2 of Cups, Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords. Oh, she was actually scolding her child there. The Magician. This deck looks quite nice. I like the look of this deck. And this one here, can you see the Devil card? Again, it's an actual card. Gorgeous. What else do I have for historical decks? This one is the Universal Tarot of Marseille. Again, you've got the backs, and it just showcases several kind of cards in the deck. Again, has this got a card in it? No, it's just drawings and stuff. It's just good for people that like to flip through cards like I do. Okay, so the next section in this book is called the Historic Tarot decks. I mean, it's got here, inspired by historic philosophy or symbolism, this category includes decks by the greatest occultists of all time, as well as the newest decks developed by modern schools of magical thought. The historic philosophy of great tarot masters opens the gate for the Temple of Knowledge. That's what they've got here. So they've got the Universal Tarot, which I've been just Universal Tarot. Then they've got here the Egyptian Tarot. So these look like modern kind of Scarobo decks. That's the back, and it just shows you a few of the cards there. Okay. Oh, this looks nice. This is the Nefertari's Tarot. So again, it shows you the back of the cards and some of the cards here. It's also got, I think that's no, that's not a card, that's the card stuck on. So this one here, the 6 of Spades. Can you see it's a real card? It's stuck onto the actual journal or catalogue, whatever you want to call this. Okay, then you've got the Book of Thoth. I didn't know that Scarobo done a Thoth deck. Interesting. I'm not even quite sure either, folks, if some of these decks are still in print. That's the back and all the cards. Oh, that's an interesting deck, the Book of Thoth by Scarobo. Then you've got the Tarot of New Vision. So these are kind of like, I know this is definitely in print. That's the back, and it just showcases all the cards for that particular tarot deck. This is the Liberty Tarot Stars of Eternal. I've never heard of this deck before. Liberty Tarot of Stars Eternal. So that's the back, and it showcases, it's the 7 of Pentacles, showcases just the cards and stuff. Gorgeous. Then we've got the Cleopatra Tarot. So that's the back of the cards, and again it showcases all the different kind of cards. Tarot of Lenormand. That's the back. I didn't know there was a Tarot of Lenormand, and it just shows you all the different kind of decks. So this is the Scarobo tarot deck. Obviously that's the back. And again it shows you all the different type of cards that kind of go through with it. This is the Pictorial Key Tarot, as you can see there. There's the examples. I love the Strength card. It's lovely. Then this one is the Universal Ref Tarot. So some of these decks I've never heard of before. This is a pip one, that's the back. Oh, look at that. I like the Two of Cups, Sun and Moon and Sun. Beautiful. Seven of Pentacles. I've never heard of this one before. So this one, oops, is the Inventory Tarot of the Golden Dawn. That's the backs of the cards, and it just showcases the cards. This is kind of like a bit of a kind of what's my card for done? Oh, look at the Strength card. This is kind of a bit cartoonish, isn't it? Sort of. It's nice. So moving on to the Art Tarot section of this kind of catalogue stroke book. So it says here, beauty and art are the keys to interpreting these decks, which offer new emotional and intuitive insights through visual and pictorial expressions. They guide us in our understanding of the captivation world of relationships between image and meanings, exploring how art can be a mirror in all our feelings. Okay, so let's see what Scarobo decks they've got here. So this is the Crystal Tarot, which has been on my wish list for quite a while, to be quite honest. Just haven't got around to getting it. So that's the backs of the cards. It's beautiful. Is it the Crystal or the Chrysalis Tarot? I'm not quite sure. This is an interesting deck. I like the artwork on this. So the next one is Tarot Art Nouveau. That's the backs of the cards, and it just gives you some samples of the cards. Let's put this away. Then you've got Fairy Tarot. I think I've seen the backs. It's kind of like a Pippi kind of deck, Nomi sort of deck. Okay, so the next ones in here are the Erotic Tarot. Oh, naughty, naughty. So that's the backs, and it's just kind of like slight nudity and stuff. So this is the Bosch Tarot. Seeing if that's the back of the cards, and it just showcases. I hope these are clear actually for you to see. Then you've got Tarot of Casanova. I've got this deck actually somewhere in my collection. That's the backs, and it's just going down the journey of the Casanova. Sorry for the train, because I live next to a train track, so they walk past from time to time. So this here is the Tarot of the Imagination. Oh, this is a nice deck. Tarot of the Imagination. That's the backs of the cards, and it's just it's kind of like a modernish-ish sort of deck. Beautiful. I love the Strength card there. So this is Giotto. Oh, I can't pronounce it. Giotto Tarot. That's the backs, and gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Lovely Strength card. Oh, this is nice. This is the Golden Tarot of the Tsar. So that's the backs. I like the kind of imagery here. And this one's got one of those cards, like the real card. So you can kind of feel it and get a feel for it, which I like. I like having the real card in there. The Cameron Tarot. It's another naughty deck. That's the back. It's just got kind of like Two of Cups, and it's just like two people doing jiggy. Seven of Cups. Every position, somebody's doing some kind of jiggy position in there. So, one deck. This one here is the Tarot of Jura. So that's the backs. And it shows some cards. Lovely Queen of Swords. It's beautiful. I love the Strength card. Justice. Is that the World card, I think? Beautiful. Okay, so this is the Lenormand da Vinci Tarot. It's kind of like a sepia. That's the backs of the decks, of the cards, and this is the cards. I didn't know that Scarobo done so much. Kind of deck's beautiful. Okay, so you've got oh, this is the Tarot of the Mermaids, but not the recent one that's come out. This is the older one that was there before by Scarobo. I've actually got this deck actually in my collection. So that's the backs. I mean, it just showcases the cards for people to have a look at. Bruegel Tarot. The backs. I mean, it obviously showcases the cards. This is the Harmonious Tarot. This looks a bit busy to me. Okay, so this one here is the Tarot of Klimt, C-L-I-M-T. I mean, that's the back of the cards. I mean, it shows the cards. This one here, let me see if I can move that a bit forward. This one here is the actual card. It's beautiful. So you've got the China Tarot. Then that's the back of the cards, and it shows all the cards. I think it's 11 cards it shows in detail. Beautiful. So you've got the Medieval Tarot with the backs, and then it showcases 11 cards. Beautiful. This is the Sorceress Tarot. I think I've got this deck, or I had it in my collection at some point. That's the back of the cards. Then it showcases all the cards. So the Golden Botticelli Tarot. Absolutely stunning. And then again, it's got the card, the real card, which they've glued down. As you lift it up, you can feel it and kind of... This feels actually a lot thicker than most of the Scarobo decks. So what else it is? A couple more pages. Corto Maltese Tarot. Gorgeous backs. This is a nice deck. I wonder if this is still in print. Knight of Wands. Queen of Swords. I wonder if... Gorgeous. Look at the world card. It's like a maze. Tarot of the Magical Forest, which is a lot of people's favourites. That's the backs, and it shows you the cards. Untrimmed, because I'm so used to seeing this one trimmed, because most people trim this deck, don't they? But I have this deck and I do love it. Okay, so this section here is, this one here is the Culture Tarot section. So it says here, these decks bridge the gap between traditional archetypes and the collective imagination, creating a mirror that reinterprets our experience and the world around us. Reading with these decks carries us on a journey of rediscovery, allowing us to glimpse familiar tarot symbolism through a cultural kaleidoscope. So that's written in several languages. So let's see what decks we've got here. Okay, so we've got the Tarot of the Gomes. So that's the back of the deck, and it kind of shows you... Oh, I like this deck. It shows you the cards. It's quite a modern take on the deck. Tarot of Resistance. Again, that's the back, and then it shows you the cards. Beautiful Strength card. Don't know if you can see that in the camera. There. So this is Celtic Tarot. It's the backs, and it goes through each of the, I like that Two of Cups actually, goes through each of the cards. This is the Avalon Tarot, beautiful backs. Seven of Pentacles, interesting. Two of Cups, that's like someone in love with herself, looks like. Beautiful. So this is the Dante Tarot. It's the backs and it showcases all the cards in the deck. So this is the Olympus Tarot, again the backs, and it's showcasing the cards. Erusian Tarot is kind of Egyptianish, that's the backs. I haven't seen this one before, and it shows you all the kind of thing. And the paper feels matte, so I'm wondering if these cards are matte, because the paper feels matte on this one. Tarot of the Journey of the Orient. Different feel again, so that's the back of the cards, and then it's just showcasing all the cards. I like that Strength card. It's a nice Temperance. Look at the world. So this is the Ramis Tarot of Eternity. These feel, again, they feel matte, so beautiful Egyptian kind of deck. Absolutely stunning. It's Temperance. Gorgeous. Vikings Tarot, that's the backs, and it's just kind of like Viking kind of background. Again, it's got glossy. Look at the World card. Stunning. Strength is big wildcat. Gothic Tarot of the Vampires. Lovely backs. Kind of like black and red kind of background. Gorgeous. So this one here is I can't pronounce it. I Torchetti di Druni. That's the backs. This is quite an interesting deck. Seven of Pentacles. So mother looking over her child. Strength card. It's gorgeous. Look at the world card. It's got all the symbols at the side and like a map of the world. Sorry, my phone keeps on going off. So this is the Tarot of Atlantis. It's got the backs and then it's showcasing all the cards. I hope this glare isn't too bad. Again, these feel matte, so I'm wondering if it's a matte deck. Gay Tarot, that's the back, and it shows all different scenes. I like the World card, and I like the Star card. Gorgeous. This is the Native American Tarot. Again, showing all different types of cards from that deck. Dragons Tarot. I think I've seen this before. It's the back. I think I might have had this deck in my collection at some point. Saw different types of dragons in the scenes, like the World card. It's gorgeous. Tarot of the 1001 Nights. It's like an Arabian type of feel. That's the backs, and these are each of the cards. Sumurari Tarot. It's the backs, and then it shows you all of the cards. So it's got the world. Most of these cards have got the language written in 4 languages, so the words. Kama Sutra Tarot. That's the back. It's an interesting edition card. These are kind of naughty ones as well. Kind of sexual ones. Manga Tarot. It's gorgeous. Beautiful backs. It looks like a mostly feminine deck actually, even though there are males in here as well. I've got this deck at home, the Tattoo Tarot. I think I got it on Amazon recently. It was going for about £6. So that's the backs, and it's just got the I think it's the Marseille type of pictures tattooed on these people's backs. I do like the Strength card. See the tattoo on her back. Tarot of Jane Austen. This is about the Jane Austen story. It's quite a nice deck. I used to have this deck in my collection. I don't know where it is now. Tarot of Holy Grail. That's the backs. And it's just showing all the kind of cards showcasing. Universal Fantasy Tarot. So I'm just going to show the back and quickly show you the cards because this video is getting quite long. Tarot of the Elves. Oh, it looks gorgeous. That's the back. And lovely cards. There's not a lot of borderless cards, is it, in this catalogue, I've noticed. This is the UFO Tarot. Interesting deck. That's the backs, and it's just UFOs. And these ones haven't named the archetypes, they've just given the number. So if you're not up in numerology, you might find this deck quite challenging. Mona Lisa Tarot. Oh, look at the back, lovely cards and showing the cards. I do like this world card. Gorgeous. This is the Tarot of the Pirates, which I had this deck as well. Lovely backs. Love the world card. Love the Temperance card. It's just this card. The Strength is an alligator. Beautiful. This is the Mayan Tarot, Trocorishi. That's the backs. I'm not too keen on this deck, to be quite honest. I don't like the artwork in it. But then, you know, everyone's got different tastes in artwork. Dark Grimoire Tarot. So that's the backs. This deck's quite nice. I like the colouring in this deck. Star. Justice. Oh my god, look at that. Okay, so let's move on to the last tab, which is the Metaphysical Tarot. So it's got here, modern cartomancy positions tarot cards as spiritual and meditative tools. As we seek a greater understanding of ourselves and the world around us, the search for answers becomes a journey within. These decks channel intuitive insights, enhancing our exploration of the personal, psychological and spiritual dimensions. So this is the Tarot of the Hidden Folk. Oh, this is gorgeous. It's kind of whimsical. So this is Secret Tarot. I think I've got this deck as well. I had it in my collection. That's the backs. The cards. This is the Fae Tarot. Gorgeous. Look at that. That's the backs of the cards, and you can see all the cards there. This is the Spirit of the Flower Tarot, which I think I've had this deck. I don't know if I've still got it. This is the thing when, this is before I kind of got into the tarot community. I had loads of decks that I just passed on to people. So I thought I had too much. This is the backs of the cards. Gorgeous. Bit busy, but I like the kind of innocence of the cards. This is the Wichita Tarot, which I think I've also got in my collection. This is supposed to be somewhere. See the backs? It's kind of like whimsical and kind of, I'd say this is more for a teenagey sort of person. Tarot of the Animal Lords. So this is quite interesting. So it's got like human bodies and animal faces. Interesting Emperor. This is the Pagan Tarot. Gorgeous kind of backs, you can see. It's kind of got like a modern feel to it as well. That's the Two of Cups. Again, in love with her reflection. Beautiful. I've got this deck, Tarot of the White Cats, one of my favourite decks. It's kind of like a Rider-Waite inspired deck, but just cats instead of people. Gorgeous. The backs. I love the lion, inner strength. This is the Tarot of the Secret Forest. I think I gave this deck away because I can't remember. I think it was, if I can remember, the backs of the cards were confusing. I think they were similar to the front. I can't remember why I gave this away. Nice pictures, but I personally didn't really gel with this kind of deck. Tarot of the 78 Doors. Beautiful. It's the backs. What interesting world card. Somebody delivered a baby. Star. This is the Tarot of Reflections. Gorgeous backs, and then that's a nice lover's card. This is the Tarot of the Metamorphoses. Interesting backs. And then these are all the cards. So let's have a look at. Tarot of the Spirit World. This looks like an interesting tarot deck. That's the backs. I do like the Queen of Swords. Very interesting. And I do like the Star card. Beautiful. Afro-Brazilian Tarot. I used to have this deck, but I think I gave it to my friend. She wanted it. Beautiful. Universal Goddess Tarot. It's the backs, lovely backs. Lovely Justice card. This is the African American Tarot, which I do have. I still have this deck. I don't have the box fit no more, but I have the deck. I like the back of the cards. And I think it's more West African culture really than African American kind of culture. Star. So this one here is the Tarot of Recon. They look like playing cards, don't they? More than tarot decks. That's the back. And then mostly got. So I suppose 2 of Hearts would be 2 of Cups. 7 of Diamonds would be 7 of Pentacles. I suppose I can see where they're coming from, kind of thing. This is the Central Wichita Tarot. Lovely backs. Zodiac Tarot. I think I've got this deck, or I have this deck. It looks familiar. That's the backs. Tarot of the Angels. Gorgeous. Just looks like a Rider-Waite Smithish deck with just angels in each of in the background and stuff. Circle of Life Tarot. It's backs. Gorgeous. Yoga Tarot. Lovely backs and people doing yoga positions. 203 pages. So I will, if it's still around, I will add this to the description bar. I don't think it's £4.13 no more. It's more probably going to be this price. But I will add it to the description bar. Thank you so much for watching, and you'll see me soon. Bye!